Generation Z.
Gen Z.
Gen Z.
Gen Z.
फिर से मैं जेन जी के बारे में पूछना चाहूंगा यार.
Gen Z influencers.
हाँ, Gen Z gang. Like you guys were one of the most hated.
There are so many articles and videos being made about Gen Z, but what does being a Gen Z mean? Generation Z, also known as Gen Z, consists of people born between 1997 and 2012. Each generation comes with its own set of stereotypes and labels, but perhaps no generation has been as scrutinized as Gen Z. But why? What is it about this generation that seems to attract so much criticism?
I think it's not new that the older generation looks down on the newer generation. I think it happened with our parents, with our grandparents every time. It's not fair that they look down upon us because we have whole new different setting, whole new other experiences. So we are trying to make our ways through it. We are more empathetic towards each other irrespective of the choices we make.
Is Gen Z a spoiled generation?
If we say that they are spoiled, I think we as parents are also to be blamed for that because we are exposing them to everything around. We are the ones who are probably not limiting to the kind of information they are getting at the right age because so much of information available online and across different platforms. But what you expose your kid to at what stage, that makes the difference.
According to a 2021 survey, 75.8% of elderly respondents claim that the generation gap has increased more rapidly over the past 2 years. But is there actually a significant difference between millennials and Gen Zs? Do Gen Zs find it difficult to relate to millennials? Let's find out.
We are ready to take one step at a time and move forward, where they just want to stand there and then talk about how their days were, refusing to move forward.
Everyone's trying to get out of their comfort zone, unlike millennials, because they're always kind of reserved, care to do things, but I feel like Gen Zs are more out there. There will always be a gap from generation to generation, and we can't blame people for the way they are. It is because of the environment around them.
They are extremely different from millennials. So I coming from the time of 80s and 90s, like our parents would just give us a look and we would know that okay, this is not to be done. But now if we try doing the same thing to our kids, they're like, okay, what's the matter? Why are you giving me that look? So they don't hesitate from asking the questions, and you can't really curb their anxiety, curb their inquisitiveness. They're highly inquisitive. Maybe every kid is, but in our times it was curbed. Now you can't do that, which I really appreciate because you should not do that. That inquisitiveness is something which would lead to creativity and new things in the world.
Can you talk to the millennials about your feelings?
If it's something with the millennials, then maybe not at all. I would rather shut my mouth and just go lock myself somewhere.
Gen Zs are born in the era of social media where everything they desire is at their fingertips, unlike previous generations. This has inevitably led to lifestyle changes. How has this accessibility impacted Gen Z and their lifestyle? Let's hear it from them.
The world is moving very, very, very fast for us. I don't think we are spoiled generation, but then I feel like we are exposed to things really, really fast. So what our parents got in when they were in 25 or 30, we get when we are in our teens itself. I think the awareness we get is scary. So we are preparing ourselves for it.
Is Gen Z happy with their lifestyle?
Even if you're not out partying, you're in home completely isolating. So there are very extremists. So I think it's affecting people's life. Now the major problem is we don't have a middle ground, and extremists don't have, social life. These people don't have, a little bit responsibility. So you're lonely either ways, but in different settings.
I just mindlessly scroll. I don't do much physical activities. I don't go out, play with my friends, and I feel like everyone in my generation doesn't do that. I hardly see people going around and playing. So yeah, I feel like we are gonna face like major health issues.
Nowadays, internet and social media is a major part of not only Gen Z's lifestyle but of all generations. With the potential to earn a good livelihood from being a social media influencer/content creator, it is enticing. What impact does social media have on them?
They don't get enough likes or so on their post, that would impact them so highly emotionally, which is not right because that's not the real world you are living in. They're always either they'll have earphones, which I feel is to an extreme side. There should be some connection to the nature, to what's happening around. They have to be much more aware of their surroundings because they feel they're highly connected to the universe through this small device, whereas the real world is moving around them, which they are losing that.
Recently, social media has evolved as a place where people are vulnerable and vocal about their feelings, including topics like body shaming, heartbreaks, and trolling. People are even trying to destigmatize topics like loneliness, mental health, and postnatal depression, which were never talked about before. Does this mean Gen Zs are more self aware and expressive compared to previous generations?
There is a meme, no, I can be dramatic, why will I be any other way? It's the same thing. Why will I choose to live any other way than expressing myself every second? So sometimes it can be extravagant, but then we are expressive because we are not numbed by other people. We have given a chance to speak.
Identity is more on what social media says about them, which I think needs to be sorted out, because it's not exactly that. Social media is not everything in life, or what people on that device perceive about you is not your personality.
I feel like, yeah, Gen Zs are more self-aware and expressive compared to the previous generations because of a lot of things about mental health going around. People are trying to come out of their bubble and trying to speak up to people and are trying to take care of their mental health.
I think that is also pretty subjective. I feel like in Gen Zs there is like a whole set of people who are not expressive at all. Like the whole I can't express, I can't do it, I just can't.
But according to recent studies by Deloitte and McMaster University, recent generations are becoming more likely to identify as shy and introverted, with 46% of Gen Zs being introverted compared to just 19% of millennials. Gen Zs are living in an online world where interpersonal skills are underutilized. Even for dating, according to a survey, Gen Zs prefer online dating, with 59% choosing dating apps as a preferred method of meeting someone compared to 4% of millennial daters. There are so many new dating terms that have emerged, such as situationships, natto dating, benching, breadcrumbing, etc., making everything all the more complicated. Do Gen Zs even like this new age dating?
I'm an old school lover, so I don't like the Gen Z's that situationship and all, because I believe when you like a person, when you love a person, there's no if or but in that. And when I believe Gen Z ka abhi ka relationship, it's not up to the mark that it should be. Like trying and leaving, it's not good. Because I'm too scared of love in this generation. So I've never been in a relationship, so yeah.
I think it's bullshit. I mean, yeah, everyone's allowed to be confused for a bit, but deep down I think you know what you are and what you want. Like a miserable good joke.
What are your thoughts on more and more youngsters choosing unconventional career paths?
I really appreciate that. So at our times, like it was like either medical or engineering, and anything else if you do it, that means you are not good in studies. But now you actually have so many things to do in life, and if everybody will become a doctor and engineer, who will do the other things? We need people to do different things. We need people who are designers. We need people who are good at marketing. We need people who have that business mindset. We need people even for the ground level work. And with the kind of opportunities available to the kids nowadays, if that would have been available 20 years back, I'm sure we would also have done something totally different.
What do Gen Zs think about their careers?
So they're not interested to get up and go do something that's gonna put pressure on their brain. They just want to do something that's like something easier and something more fun. So yeah, because everyone out there is just trying to be a content creator because it's a way to earn easy money. I feel like these career options might cause financial instability because of the amount of people trying to get into this.
We don't want financial stability. We don't want assets. We are not like our parents who want to buy a house or buy a plot. We don't know what we are going to do the next day. So we are not sticking to what money will give us, rather than we want experiences. We want richness in that way. We want knowledge. We want experiences. We want travel.
What is one thing you like about being a Gen Z?
They have hope. They have a lot of hope, and then they live for the day. We don't have goals set for future. We have goals set for today. We have to complete it, and we have the liveliness inside us to live every second of it. Not because we are going to die any moment, but because we are living today.
Now that we have heard so many perspectives from Gen Z and millennials, it's evident that Gen Zs come with their own flaws. But which generation is perfect? We may not fully understand their actions, their choices, their slangs, but we can empathize with the way they are coping with this fast-paced world, even if it's in the most unconventional way.